use Pascal's triangle to expand out 2x plus y to the 4. The only difference is that we have to treat 2x as one term and then y as the other term. So using the same approach that we did before, let's write out all the different combinations of the two terms. 2x to the 4, y to the 0, because remember they have to add up to the power up here. And we have to write this in order. And remember that anything to the power of 0 is just 1, so this doesn't really matter. Yep, now we have to put in the row of Pascals. So for the fourth row, it's going to be, 4 choose 0, 4 choose 1, 4 choose 2, 4 choose 3, and 4 choose 4. For our next line of working, we'll just replace the numbers into like actual numbers. So from combinations form just to normal numbers. So this would be 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, right? So same thing, but just replace it with like the real numbers. And now our third line of working, this is where we have to expand out brackets. So we know from index laws that if you have like 2x to the power of 3, for example, because it has brackets around it, you have to do 2 to the power of 3 and x to the power of 3. So in total, we know that this is going to be 8x cubed. Now we have to do the expanding for all the terms. So the first term will be 16x4 plus the next one will be 4 times 8x3 times y. So this ends up becoming 32x cubed y. And then we're just going to do the same thing for the rest, like expanding them out. So I've expanded them all out. Now I just have to like write it nicely. And that's it. That's the answer to the first question. This is probably the difficulty that you'll get in the test. Also, if this is in the calc free section, then definitely take advantage of your calculator. On your class pad, there is expand. So just go to the top transform and then expand and type in what you want to expand. But if it does say show you're working out using Pascal's triangle, make sure you do this step, because that step is really important to get the mark, and then you know that you'll get the right answer because you do it on your class pad. Next one is question 2. Use Pascal's to expand out x minus 2y to the power of 3. So again, identify the two main terms. One is x and the other one is negative 2y. So negative 2y is its own term, because if you think about it, this is equal to, like the inside bit is equal to x plus negative 2y, like that. And then the whole thing to the power of 3. So we're going to treat them as their own terms and make sure that any powers that we put are in brackets, so it like works for the whole term. So first we're going to do the combinations of the two different terms where the powers add to 3. Draw up a Pascal's, or if it's in your notes, just use that. And we're going to be using this third row. So just going to write in the coefficients. And now the painful part, expanding it all out. So we know we can ditch this because anything to the power of 0 is 1. And we can ditch this one. So when we expand this out, it's going to be x to the power of 3. And now remember the next one has a negative term and it's to the power of an odd number. So it's going to be negative 6 because 3 times 2. X squared y. Then the next one is a negative number to the power of an even. So it ends up being positive. So it's going to be 12x y squared. Next one's a negative. So negative 8 because remember the negative 2 to the power of 3 is negative 8, and then y cubed. There's nothing much more to say other than make sure you identify the two key terms. So like in this case, even if a term is like something weird like negative 2y, make sure you do the operations on that whole thing. So treat it as an individual term and make sure you remember the brackets when you do the powers. Yeah, good luck for your test, guys.